Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, today is a special Christmas edition of our Supercoach. We have Santa came over last night, okay, and dropped off some spuds for me, okay. So got my presents, opened them up, and when I opened them, I saw some spuds, okay. So I put it straight in my team, just coming down. Now, I've been asked a question many times over many years, okay? It's probably centuries, okay? People have been asking this question to me for centuries, maybe hundreds of centuries, okay? 200 years, I've been asked the same question, just coming down. Now, the question is, how many primos do we start with, okay? What is the right number to start with? Now, we can't use the word primo in Supercoach anymore, okay? Because we can only use the word keeper. Because our forward line doesn't have any primos, okay? It's full of keepers. It's actually full of spuds, okay? That's all the spuds are. So we're going to try to find the right number of keepers to start with. Now, I think the right number is 13 because it's an unlucky number, okay? If I said 15, it'll be too many, okay? You can't have 15. But 13... sounds about right. Anyway, we're going to try to build a team now with 13 keepers in there. Okay, let's see how we go. Now, I've got the notepad out here. Okay, now, we have 40 trades. All right. Now, from our 40 trades, let's say we built a team. I can't even do auto. Can we do a auto team? I can't do an auto team. Actually, let's build a team first, all right? We'll get to this in a minute. Let's just build a team with 13 primos in there, all right? Actually, let's build a team with 11 primos, okay? Let's go for 11 primos. So let's go, or 11 keepers. Let's go Sheezels, okay? Who else? Let's go Sinclair. All right, let's do some mid-price madness now, all right? So let's go... Now, this is not my team for the record, all right? So I'm just building a team just to show you what happens when you do mid-price madness. So let's go, who else we got here? We'll go to Sydney. Sydney. Okay, maybe put the price too low. Right, Sydney. Okay, let's Callum Mills. Okay, let's go to Brisbane Lions. And let's bring in another mid-price crazy man, okay? And, I mean, Coleman, if he plays, is a must-have anyway, all right? Callum Mills, if he plays in the midfield, he's a must-have. So, you pretty much got to start these two anyway. So, let's bring some rookies in here now. Let's go to Essendon. Okay, that's where all the good rookies are these days, okay? You've got El Howley, okay? And then we got Pryor, who's got the kick-ins. We got Zach Reed. Let's just find one more rookie somewhere, okay? Let's just go around this price. Let's go Richmond, okay? Let's go Richmond. And let's bring in Caleb Smith, who might play off the half-back line, all right? So this is pretty much the pattern that most people have for their defense. And to be honest, this is pretty much what I've got for my defense too, all right? Now, let's go to the midfield now. Now here, how many keepers have you counted here? We've only got two. We've got Shizzle and Sinclair are definitely keepers. Now, Mills maybe could become a keeper, okay, but he's not. Maybe he will be, but we're not sure. Let's just say he's not, all right? So we've got two. Because if you go to defense, all right, if you go to top six, all right, you got Flanders, you got Ryan, you got Whitfield, you got the Governor, you got Zorko, you got Dan Houston, you got Jordan Clark. I mean, these players are all better than Mills and Coleman, all right? So if you want to have the best team, there's room for improvement, okay? So Mills and Coleman may not be the best right now, all right? So let's keep going now. Let's go to the midfield. So we're going to have the Bont, okay, a must-have. Let's say we got the butter man, okay? The man that's made of butter, okay? Now, let's keep going down. Now, let's go for some mid-price madness now, all right? Let's get about under 500k, all right? Let's just say we have Will Day, all right? Let's just say we have Darcy Parish. Actually, don't know about Darcy Parish. Let's just say, who else can we have in here? Okay, well, we got Clayton Oliver, all right. We have also Will Ashcroft, okay. Actually, we can get rid of Will Day. All right, let's put in here, we still got to go to GWS. Go GWS. Let's put in here, where is he? Okay. Not Cornelius. Who am I looking for? Have I put the price too wrong? Have I? Because it's not GWS, that's why. They used to pay for GWS. Just cut it down. Okay, they got to Adelaide. Okay, so I'm looking for Pete Link, okay? And I'm also looking for Cumming, all right? Because if Cumming is fit and healthy and playing and taking kick-ins, you need to have Cumming, okay? And if Pete Link is in the midfield taking playing CBAs, and we already discussed Pete Link in my last video, my only video this year, I'm going to start Pete Link, all right? Then let's just have a couple of rookies in here. All right, the good ones, Draper. Now, we have an Adelaide theme going with an Essendon theme at the moment. Okay, we've got Draper. We got, let's go to all the rookies now. Let's bring in the big boys. So forget all these rookies. And let's say we've got Jagger Smith. Let's put on the bench some of the good ones. Okay, let's say we got Smiley, Travalia, let's just say Lombard, maybe Lombard plays. I don't know if he's going to play. Well, actually, have we missed anyone? Let's go back to, where can we go to? Brisbane Lions. Put in Ashcroft in there, okay? Now, we're going to fix all this, okay? This is just temporary, all right? Now, so let's say we've done this now. So how many keepers do we have so far? We've got 1, 2, Bond 3, and Butters 4. Only 4. Now, Oliver's not going to be a keeper, all right? Is Oliver going to be in the top echelon of midfielders? Let's have a look. Last year we had, let's go all the way. We had the Bont, Butters, Lockie Neal, Flanders. Well, Flanders can play defence, so I don't know about Flanders. We've got Dacos to come in. Heaney, maybe not this year. Maybe some people will be hesitant on Trelaw. Well, Saron's got to come in. Merritt's got to come in. We've got Cripps that some may have, Brayshaw, LDU, Jack Steele. We've got a few here ahead of Oliver, unless Oliver goes nuts, okay? So we're relying on Oliver to go nuts, but what if he doesn't, okay? Now, is Ashcroft going to be as good as, let's say, a Zach Merritt or a Caleb Sarong? Probably not, okay? But he's in there for now, okay? Good value, okay? Now, let's get to the rucks. Now, the top 2 rucks last year were Sherry and Gawn, all right? But at the moment, I can't afford Gawn, so I'll get Gawn later on, and I'll pop him over here, okay? But for now, I'm going to go with the Carlton boy, the Conning, okay? Because the value's there, all right? So I might as well take the value. So we got the Conning and Sherry. Now, how many primos so far? Our keepers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? We need 13. Okay? We only got 6. Now, let's continue now, all right? Let's bring in some well, the forward line has a lot of keepers, okay, because they're all spuds, okay. So the horny man might be the pick of the bunch, okay. Now, let's pick the rest of the forward line. How much cash do we have? 2.1 mil. So if we're gonna bring in, who are we gonna bring in here now? Let's go down. All right, let's just pick a team that most of you would have, okay. Let's have a look here. We're going to have McRae, all right. A lot of you like Bailey Smith, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on Bailey Smith, okay. Me and Bailey Smith don't get along, okay. So he won't be in Abbott's Magic this year. Now, who else do we have? Do we have any more keepers? Actually, we've got the North Melbourne boy. Luckily, he's cheap, all right. So we get a keeper at a cheap price, all right. Let's stay on North Melbourne, and we can also bring in. Well, we got an option now, okay. You can bring in Luke Parker, and that's about it, all right. Or you can bring in from St Kilda we can bring in Pow, okay, or Poo-Poo, okay. So Poo-Poo comes in, but for me, I just don't want Smith. I'd rather have the North Melbourne boy Parker for now, okay. I can't look at a team with Smith in there, okay. It drives me nuts. I need glasses. Okay, when I say Smith in there, it blinds me, okay. So I'll take Smith out now. We don't have much cash left. We're pretty broke. Let's go here, fill up the rest, and we're going to count our rookies now. I'm going to go to St Kilda, and let's put in Dodson. Okay, just to make everyone happy, I've done a couple of switches, and I put Bo Allen in there, and I put Matt Flynn in there. Okay, in case you want to have Matt Flynn. Okay, so this is our team. Actually, I still got 23k left. It's actually not a bad team. Now, let's save this team for now. Okay, let's save it. Let's count how many keepers we got in this team and what this team needs for a full-on to become primo. Okay, now, we got 1, 2 keepers, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We only got 11 keepers in this team. Where's the problem? Okay, because Flynn's not a keeper either. What happens when you got 11 keepers? Okay, you need to we've got 40 trades. We need 23 primos. Okay, we need 12 more. We need 12 more primos in this team. If 12 primos, let's go at 2.5. Okay, because a lot of players here are expensive, right? So let's go 2.5 times 12. 30 trades will go. We're gonna use 30 trades to get 12 primos. All right. If we go at the rate of 2.5 trades per primo. Okay, so what that means is we're gonna trade for every 5 trades we make. So let's say we trade out Cumming, Smith, Draper, Peatling, Hewitt, 5 players. So every 5 trades we make, we bring in 2 primos and 3 rookies. Okay, that's how it works. Now, the problem also becomes you need to find lots of rookies coming up later on. Because when you start with 12, well, how many did we have? We said we had 11. So when you got 11 primos, and we're looking for 12 more, we need to find a lot of rookies, okay? And these rookies need to play for us and make us some cash as well. So, is this viable now? Okay, now point-wise, it's going to score well, but is it viable? Is it good business? Okay, so 30 trades gone to get a full primo team. That gives us 10 trades left. Usually 6 trades go on correction trades. All right. Spelt it wrong. So 6 trades go for corrections. So if, that's at the start. Let's say, for example, all right, why I said 6 trades. All right, let's say Oliver, all right, in his first game scored a 50. Okay, he didn't like. Okay, so you trade Oliver out, and then what you saw, okay, I'm just using it as an example. Okay, then you saw Parrish. He went nuts. Okay, Parrish. Where's Parrish? Okay, and we can't even afford Parrish. But anyway, let's forget I said that about Oliver. Okay, let's put Oliver back in there. Okay, I'm going to give you another idea now. Okay, so you started with Parker. Okay, you didn't like Parker. He is a no good. Okay, so you want to trade him out. So Parker, we trade. He only played forward. Oliver was a no good. Okay, that's 2 that were no good. Then Smiley was a sub. You weren't happy. Ashcroft was a sub. That's 4 gone. Okay. Reed didn't have the minutes. Wasn't doing well. He's gone. Okay. And Pedler didn't do it. Okay. So now all of a sudden, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players you need to trade out and trade back in again. So that's called correction trades. Okay. So and even though you'll say I'm going to have the perfect team to start with. It won't work out that way. No one has a perfect team, okay? Not even me, okay? So it's impossible. So 6 correction trades is almost a must, okay? So because these rookies, we don't know what they're going to do, okay? The Kako, maybe he scored 12. Okay, what are you going to do with Kako now? He's 150k, only scored 12 points. So you get rid of Kako now. So the correction trades are a must. So that gives you 6 trades for corrections. You've got 30 trades used for premos. So you've got 36 trades you've used now. You only got 40 trades. You've got 4 trades for the run home, plus injuries. Okay, so it can't work. It's impossible. Just calm it down. So what I decided on, okay, was to bring in keepers instead, okay. Now, I couldn't actually afford Sheasel in my original plan, all right? So I got rid of Sheasel. I'll bring him in later on, but I can afford Whitfield. Although Whitfield's got the buy, he's cheaper than Sheasel. I can afford him, all right? Because in here, all right, I want Nick Dacos, all right? I can't start without Nick Dacos. Nick Dacos, we've seen him when he was 17, 18, 19, he's getting older now, okay? I mean, he's not old. Runner-up in the Brownlow, he's going to be hungry. He wants the Brownlow medal, okay? What happens when Dacos scores 140s, 150s? How are you going to get him, okay, at the start of the year? You can't. So I'm going to bring him. I'm going to start with him. I can't not start with that Dacos. You want the best players. So Dacos has to start, okay? I'm just going to put Luke Parker back in here. All right. 1 second. North Melbourne. Put Parker back. I'm actually going to start with Parker. Now, over here, all right, I'm going to have the Hawthorn boy. Where is he? The Hawks boy. And he's going to be my weapon. All right. I'm predicting Will Day will average 110 this year. Now, that's my prediction. Now, is 110 good enough, all right, for a keeper? Let's have a look at the averages last year. 110 got your top 8. That was Cripps. 109 was the 9th best. And mind you, we have a defender in there as well, or Sam Flanders. So 110 will get you a top 8, all right? And I'm predicting that Will Day will go at 110. So he'll be my M8 at the end of the year, all right? Now, let's fill us up with the rookies now. Let's go back here. All right. So, we have, let's go back to Essendon. Okay, and let's put, now, with the rookies, I need to now go cheaper. I can't afford the expensive ones, okay? I'm poor, okay? So, we've got Zach Reed there. I'm going to take Flynn out because he's 260k. I can't afford him. I'll bring the Richmond boy in there. Okay, and he can be the 23rd man. And that's the young rookie, Smiley. Alright. Just put it right down. So let's go back over here. Now, who are cheap now that we can bring in? Okay, who's half decent and that's cheap because you can't go for the expensive ones. Well, if you do, let's get Travalia in there for now, all right? Let's go to Freo. All right, I want Reed in there, all right? Let's put Erasmus in there. How much we got left? 154, okay? And that's pretty much enough money for, let's say, Essendon's Kako. Kako goes in there, and we got enough. Now, let's save this team. All right, let's save. Okay, now let's count how many primos we got now. We got 1, 2 again, all right. 3, 4, 5, 6, because now we brought in Dacos and Day, all right, so that's 6. 7, 8. Now the Conning is going to eventually be playing in the flex position, all right, so that's 8. And we got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, now 13 primos, we only need to bring in another 10 now. Okay, so now we don't need 30 trades no more. Okay, so to bring in 10 primos, what do we need? At 2.5 per primo, it's 25 trades. All right, then at 2.5. So 25 trades plus 6 trades for correction. That's 31 trades. That gives you 9 trades left. Okay, so, and I'm comfortable with the 9 trades left. With the other 9 trades, after I've done my correction trades, they'll be used for injuries. Okay, so what can we use them for? Okay, now, we can use them for injuries. We can use them for spuds. Okay, for example, if someone is not performing, is a spud. Okay, and we got plenty of those. So we can use a spud, a trade for a spud, and also for the buy rounds. If we, for example, if we're ranked, let's say 50, all right, and we want to get to the top 10, we need to be aggressive. Okay, so we want to push. We're going to buy points with our trades. So towards the back end of the season, around 14, 15, around there, we can maybe start using some of these trades, and hopefully in the run home have 4 trades left, or 5. Okay, 4 or 5 trades left. If our plan is perfect and we don't actually have to use those, we're laughing, because then we could bring in another primo over here, and we're cooking with gas just coming down. Now, the point of today's exercise was to show you the difference between 13 trades and 11 trades. And although value does look very appealing, you know, it's got a red ribbon on it. Okay, it looks very nice. Okay, the value sometimes it doesn't pay off. You can never go wrong when you own a Nick Dacos. All you got to do is find a cheap value player, all right, that's going to be a keeper. That's the next step. Now, if you think that Oliver is going to be a keeper, then you're starting, all right? However, if you start a Will Day at 490k, all right, let's just say Will Day isn't no good, okay, you started poorly. Well, that's what we got the correction trades here for, all right? And if Oliver starts really good, you can go down, okay? So Will Day, 490k, you can go down to an Oliver, all right? And let's go down to Oliver. Because Oliver is cheaper, all right? Oliver is 450k or whatever he is. Okay, where is he? 457k or 451k. So you can go down to an Oliver. However, if Oliver is a no good and your cash balance is down to, let's say, 10k left, you can't go up to a better player. You can't go up to a player like Will Day. All right, you can't get him. You don't have the cash. You need 2 trades to do it. Okay, you can't do it in one. Okay, so then you have to use another trade. That's why I'd rather start with a Will Day at 490k than. If I see that he's no good, I'll go down. But let me just show you something with Will Day now, okay? You're going to find this very... Now, Will Day, as we know, didn't start the year that well. I mean, he didn't start at all. All right, he was injured, okay? Injured from last year, so no pre-season, no nothing, all right? When he came back, had the 2 games. The first game, let's go over here. The first game, Will Day came back on. He had 50% CBAs, all right? So let's go to Will Day. How much time on ground did he spend the first game? Let's have a look. Let's close the app. Supercoach, Will Day. Now, Will Day, when he came back, let's get to his 50. 2024. Okay, first game. That's this one here. He had 64% time on ground. So the time on ground wasn't high. He had 50 Supercoach points, had 8 kicks, 3 handballs. Okay, he didn't do much. First game back. The second game, okay, he increased to 78% time on ground, okay, scored 58 Supercoach points, all right, still didn't do much. It's only a second game back, but in the third game, all right, he already scored the 89 Supercoach points, 8 kicks, 14 handballs, and in the next game, he already up to 142 Supercoach points. So it took him 4 games to start. And once he started, okay, once the Will Day engine started, it didn't stop. All right, 89. That's just his third game back. No preseason. 142, 117, 107, 137, 100. Had the bye. 104, 103. Had a bad game. 92. That's not really a bad game. Okay, but let's just say it's a bad game. 92. a 104, a 136, okay? Then he scored a 53, a 40, and a 10. Okay, now where did this come from? Now that 53 was the game that he was heavily tagged by GWS. All right, so they tagged him. That 40, he was injured at halftime. That was a game against Richmond. Let's confirm. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, that 40, he had 54%. That was against Carlton. Sorry, 54% time on ground, and he got injured. All right. Then the next game, he scored 10 points, but he had 5% time on ground. Okay, he was injured again, and he scored 10. So these 3 games, I mean, count the 53, he had a full game, all right, but he copped a huge tag from GWS. So we know GWS, when they tag, okay? They got the young boy there that runs like a machine. He tags everybody. So it was a good season for him, all right? Now, let's compare him, all right? Let's go back over here. Now, you've seen it took him 3 games to get started, even 2 games. Let's say 2 games, and then he started. No preseason. 2 games, and he's already started his run. Let's go to Melbourne, all right? Because we use the excuse. Didn't have a preseason as an excuse, okay? So Clayton Oliver also didn't have a preseason, all right? How many games did it take him to get started? Now, Clayton Oliver, he got started. What was his starting price? It was a 674. It was that expensive. Okay, 674K. Scored a 90. All right, a 105, then 80, 90, 60, 65, 82. Had a big game. Condis Alding, that's when we brought him in. Okay, that's when I brought him in. Scored 87, 124. Then went back down again. Okay, 32, 101, 51, 100, 70. When did he start? Okay, he didn't have a preseason, same as Will Day didn't have a preseason. But what's the excuse? I mean, what excuse do you have here? I mean, I can't find the answer from Clayton Oliver. There's no answer for me here. I mean, by the time he hit round 19, surely he's fit enough to play. He's only scored 79, 92, 75, probably injured in this game. But it's not a primo status. You don't want to have this player as your primo, a keeper, okay? He's not the man. Maybe he's going to improve. We know the Oliver situation. But I'm not willing to risk it, okay? There's too much on the line for me, okay? I mean, we're going for top prize. We're going for top 10. Who would I rather have? Will Day or Oliver? Okay, I'd rather have a Will Day I can trust. Anyway, so that's why I've gone for Will Day. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for joining. And remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.